Hey, what's going on, everyone? The ADHD is running. Let's see, closing on their highs. Roca. Nothing yet. Looks like the VIX is taking off today. It's up near 11. Let's see here. Look at this chat room over here. It takes me forever. ADHD up almost 40%. That's pretty nice. Looks like a gap and run this morning. The VIX it's breaking out. I said breakout at 1050. It went all the way up to 12 almost. So look for volatility. Let's see how we opened on the S&P. That's my call right there. Ding dong. That's some shit right there. Outside the pattern, back through the pattern, slicing through all signs of support on the S&P. It's a rising wage. Typical little situation there. And let's make sure that support holds. Otherwise, it's coming down. Outside the pattern, back through the pattern, slicing through all signs of support. It's got last lines of support coming in at the 13. But other than that, there's no support holding this straight up trajectory. 2484. Dow Jones. Looks like we had a 60-minute double top last night. I was looking at. I wasn't. Oh yeah, the 2-bar reversal, and now the gap down. It's through the 8. The Dow and the S&P are bearish, below 8 on the dailies. No, not on the daily. On the 60-minute. Dow Jones got a lot of work to do before it breaks down. S&P just does not look good at all. Outside, and then break through. Thin lines of support on this bad boy. What's up? ACA, what's that? Sorry, I'm not good with acronyms. What's up, Maria? ADHD, huh? Crack the whip on that? ACA, a chart? Oh, gotta give me a American symbol. I got Ameritrade, and they don't let me do with foreigns. ACA. I don't think there is American symbol, is there? Let me see if I can pull it up here. Oh, is that the one? Acacia Mining? Giddy up. Good job. Right through the 8, into the 8, into the 13, back into the 13, and the previous high break. Boom, boom time. Resistance at 300. You got resistance at 250 as well. 250, riding on up into 300. Yeah, I know. They certainly do front run. That is for sure. $65. Good job, Maria. I'm jealous. Boom time. Look how much volume it has. 9 million compared to the 364,000 average. Good job. We should be watching JNUG. I pulled it up on TradingView. ACA looks pretty good. Let's see a red over here. Let's see how bad the S&P gets. It's a pretty good reversal pattern at the top there. The rising wedge is a reversal pattern. And because it came in at the top, I'm going to say that's a reversal pattern. Confirmed. 2 o'clock sounds very good to take a majority of the profits off. Things don't go up forever, but it did break into previous lows, and it is above the previous breakout. And the next line of resistance is at 3. I don't know if it'll get up there, but it's certainly breaking into the previous pattern. You sold it. Did you leave some profits in there at least? These are weekly trends that are changing. I like the free share concept. If I had $1,000 and I made 200, then I'll sell my $1,000 and leave my 200 running. I mean, it should go for a while. Weekly chart trend changes. But you're probably right. It's going to come back into support somewhere. And try again. That's the beauty of it. Find support and do it again. PBLK. PBLK, I don't, come on. I'm going to erase all my crap here. PBLK, I don't even know what that is. JNUG. So it looks like JNUG on the 60-minute chart came back into support. Looks like I'm bouncing off the 1 minute there, just recent. Outside the pattern, back inside the pattern. Looks like I'm coming back through. Oh, pullback. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know acronyms. JNUG. Watch the previous high break on JNUG right here. Boom, boom. Over the 34, back into the 34, previous high breaks. Flat top. Boom. Well, it was a good call so far. ADHD came down all the way to 2. CRBP. I didn't see anything going on with this, but it's certainly taking a ride now. S&P's still coming down 10 points. That's 100 on the Dow. Erase yesterday's profits on the Dow, maybe. Look at a 2-bar reversal on the daily now. Breaking previous lows into support at 23. NASDAQ. 2-bar reversal on the daily. Broke down below the 8. NASDAQ's got plenty of support because it had a previous pattern break. So it's coming down into support. Looks like 6,000 is support on NASDAQ. But that rising wedge was a beauty. Let's make sure that holds there. NASDAQ, Dow, and S&P are both bearish. All three bearish. The dollar's coming back into support. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. And then the back and forth before it breaks. Patterns do fail too. The whole pattern could get rejected and all bets are off. Support doesn't hold. It could come down all the way to, before I would get concerned, to about 92. Where that previous break is. But dollar's got plenty of support on the daily, so I wouldn't bet on it. JNUG, Nugget, everything bouncing off the lows here. I keep it going. NASDAQ. Coming out of overbought situation here on JNUG. Double top on the overbought on the open. 1, 2, came all the way down now. Looks like V-Ray, I got my alert that went off just now. V-Ray, it's got pretty good volume. Dream about yet. OMED, nothing yet. Nothing. What you guys on LABD? Looks like it's on its highs right now, breaking into previous lows. JNUG's on a tear. T-bar reversal on the downside. Reversed. Up above previous highs. Looks like another previous high break to build it. Boom. Looks like the market's churned. Someone gave the miners a green light, it looks like. Thought oil would be doing a lot better. My EOS is still coming down. You need to remember to average in on that. SOVRF, Jasper should be happy about that one. VRS, previous high break right now. Looks like a continuation pattern break. LACDF, lithium. Looks like a previous high break coming. JNUG all the way to its bottoms. Broke the trend. T-bar reversal turned into a reversal to the downside. Doesn't feel good anymore. Got the double bottom forming here. Make sure to hold support. Coming into oversold now. Hammer forming on JNUG 1 minute chart. Right below the 18 mark. Looks like it's testing the lows. See if we can't get a hold here for a higher low. I'm looking for a reversal bar though. No. Stupid JNUG. Bullish Harami forming now. 2-bar pattern. I'll be right back. What's Angela? What's going on? Maria caught a breakout, so. Oh, you can hear me? That's my coffee. Leave me alone. Oh, these damn digital recorders, microphones. Nothing else going on out there. Looking for reversals. JNUG's got some higher lows. Looking for a base here coming out of oversold. Doesn't feel good. It looks like a bearish flag, bearish retracing. Broke down, broke in, now the flat bottom. Let the ball roll over. That doesn't feel good. Where are we at on the daily? It's plenty of room here, but when are they going to call it a day? Watch for the flat bottom break. There's a nice consolidation here, but don't let it break down. JNUG. Or the other miners as well. They're all in the same position. And the dollar's down. See what I'm saying? There's hardly any correlation, hardly ever anymore. And if there is, it's sporadic. I mean, gold and silver should be taken off, right? Dollar's down. Gold and silver should be up. Well, gold and silver is up, but look at the miners. They're just stuck in the mud. Break down. Got to hold support. Always on a thread. Gold needs to get above 1300. It's a nice reverse head and shoulders off this daily chart. 2-bar reversal coming in today. 2-bar reversal on support for silver as well. But dollar's down. Lows. And I can't get gold above 1300. Silver's barely above 17. It's a tough road. There's the breakdown on JNUG. Stupid. There's no volume over here anyways. I'm going back to medical. Stupid JNUG's breaking down. JNUG and I just broke up. I'm not going to watch it. ADHD popping below 2. Let's see what's going on in the 60-minute chart. Still pumping it. 15-minute chart. 10-minute chart. 5-minute chart. Looks like a consolidation there, Maria. Into support. Make sure support holds. Stay above previous highs, that 8. I don't know if I would buy back in after the run, though. And never chase them. Unless you're good. Let's spike high. WPM. Acronym. Wheaton. Precious metals. I don't think I have that in mind. WPM. Oh, I had it in there. I apologize. So many of them. I got a falling star here on the 5-minute. But looks good. It hit previous highs and looks like it's wanting to do something else for a minute. Falling star, it's very telling. Make sure you stay above support. That falling star could turn into an inverted hammer right away. I got a gap right here. It needs to watch for resistance. Gaps always have very large support and resistance lines, so that gap needs to be taken out. This double top needs to be taken out. And then you can ride up that range to finally take out the top. but it looks good. Over the 34, back into the 34, watch for the previous high break. Good call, man. Looks good. Nice pump right outside that 34 bounce. Feels good. It's got some momentum. Make sure that 5-minute falling star doesn't turn into a falling star. Looks like it's trying to break back into the range of that candle. So it's not confirmed. Break back through it. The weekly? Yeah, I saw the daily crunched up. Well, this is one of those ones I would always imagine it coming down for a quick whip. So watch resistance. It's got momentum off that daily gap. This had a gap into resistance as well. I would say watch resistance if you got a lot of problems up there. Oh shit. I just lost my thing. It's close to breaking out. But on these long right shoulders, like I have the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder, and then the extension, I always look for that right shoulder sling back. So watch for that. All I'm saying is if it can't break out and gets rejected, be careful on the downside because you might get whipped out. But it looks great on the daily. It should cross resistance. And it's building. I don't like those flat bottoms. It's my problem. But if it has momentum to bust out of there, so be it. Nice volume. Boom, boom, boom. Need a volume breakout. And like I said, watch that falling star on the 5-minute chart. I like it. We'll have to keep an eye on that then. JNX struggling below 18 still. And I lost my charts. I just erased everything I had working over there. I gotta get my charts back up. Silver, 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 silver. If you guys noticed, I'm using Opera and I put the VPN on. It works a lot better when I'm live. If you haven't noticed, this is the second day I'm using Opera with the VPN. And there's no glitches. It's almost as if I was being monitored. I tell you, if they got time to mess with my internet connection, they're wasting time. HMNY. Paranoid, folks, just paranoid. It's got to be more convincing for me to bounce into previous lows, Maria. That is a 2-bar reversal, but it's got a close up here, and it's got a while before the close. The daily has a bullish piercing pattern forming, but as it crosses over the 8 into the 30, over the 8 into the 8, over the 13 into the 13, this might be a bearish retracing. I'm going to have to ask for more of a base, but it looks like the 60 minutes going to turn. So you got resistance coming in at 20 on any kind of bounce that you get. Anyways, I like this opera. Turned on my VPN. Looks like I'm coming out of Canada today. Works really well. I didn't even know this existed until a few days ago. I encourage everyone to use it. Too much censorship going on. I would say once it breaks into previous lows, then you have support. So above what I'm looking at here is 17. Yeah, you're right. 1744, 1745. Yeah, the dollar is selling back into support. You're right about that. Over the 34, back into the 34, back into resistance. I'm showing a head and shoulders top now. Huge falling star here. So I think I mentioned just a little while ago to make sure that this whole pattern doesn't fail. Right now it's consolidating above, but right now this right shoulder is forming a head and shoulders top. So I was thinking maybe it can come all the way back in to about 92 to 91.60. It's the right shoulder sling back that they always get you. They come down and get you. Shake you out. Stupid J-Nug, what are you doing? I got a higher low. I need to break into previous lows. And now it's getting stuck below 18. The longer it gets stuck below that emotional spot, the less I'm convinced it's going to turn. Momentum falls off the map. It looks good. It's forming a base. I got the J curve coming for the 8. Looking for a pop. Some kind of 2-bar reversal here on the right. Boom, boom, boom. Looking for a turn. Watch for the previous high breaks right back across 18. Into previous lows, above previous highs. Little balance point across 1795. Boom time. Come on. You can do it. It's always on a thread, it seems like. There she goes. Pick up the pace there, J-Nug. Three-bar reversal on the downside. There she is right there. Confirm the break, 1795. Right back across 18. Let's do it. In one little fail swoop. Boom. Nice little purchase there. 10,000 shares. Wish I had $1 million too. S&P increases its downside. Looks like it's escalating. Come on now. That's picture perfect right there, that rising wedge reversal. Hope you guys realize that, and it's picture perfect. Rising wedge outside the pattern, back through the pattern. Whipped everybody out. Sentiment is changed overnight, I bet. Anything could happen. It's still bouncing off of support. Last lines of defense. But the VIX just popped. Look at that VIX pop. Boom. The 1-2 punch right over resistance here on J-Nug. Let's watch this. Boom, boom time. J-Nug breaking into previous lows. Over the 8, into the 8, back through. Watch the previous high break. I got resistance coming into 18. Let's see if we can pop that right through. Boom, boom. We found trend, so the trend is intact. Higher lows. Sorry, I got too much crap going on, but you can see it. See resistance. You can see this whole pattern is going to confirm when it pops across. Boom, boom. The reverse head and shoulders. It's likely. Having some struggles. Little rejection there. Testing the limits again. Coming out of oversold, coming back into oversold. See if we can't turn this thing around. Wonder where all this downward pressure is coming from. Now I got a flat bottom. No likey. It is the right shoulder sling back, but I got a hold here. Patterns do fail, and when they do fail, it gets violent. Did not hold. What the hell's going on here? Stupid J-Nug. It's a 60-minute chart. It should be holding somewhere around here. Over the 34, back into the 34, looking for a reversal on the 1-minute chart, and it's having so much trouble. It does not want to be bullish today. Got rejected. That whole pattern's failing. You can see the pattern fail now. Stupid. We're still broken up. Got a bullish piercing pattern right off the bat. The breakdown and then the bullish piercing. Opening down and closing all the way in the previous candle. Totally encompassing the previous candle now. Always testing the lines of support. Nope. Someone just put in a big order for sale. Stupid J-Nug. Oh. J-Nug disappoints again. Stupid J-Nug. I'm so disappointed in J-Nug. Every day, this thing should be climbing the walls. All it is just going into the dump. Every day, it just kind of disappoints. And now what is it doing now? It's back and forth on the line of support. It's just ridiculous. RWLK. Looks like it's gearing up for something. I got a nice hammer forming on that weekly chart. Looks like it closed all the way down and opened in. I've got a hammer showing on the JNUG now. I'm fearful that's a hanging man and a bearish retracing back into the 8 as it's being rejected now. I got a higher low on JNUG. 2-bar reversal forming. I need to get above 18. We should be above 20 by now. So disappointed. Mayos, Maria there. Mayos poked its head up on its highs, coming outside the pattern. Watch for volume. It sounds like fun, Maria. I need something to do on Saturday nights, so we can play, I guess. You ever play Drunken Driver? A little card deck. You got to drink every face card that comes up, and then once you get through the deck, you got to shuffle and do it again. The only way to win is to get through the whole deck without, or what was it? I forget how to win Drunken Driver. It's like war. Every face card you got to drink. JDog is not feeling good. Stupid. Dun, dun, dun. Looks like everything's slowing down out there. Gold, silver both reached their highs. S&P, Dow both reached their lows. JNUG's just on a sliver. It's acting like it wants to break down. I would let this come all the way back into the support line. Fill that gap. Looks like it's doing the back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back into support. Happen, but it's got to start breaking into previous lows. Well, good volume on the 60-minute, right? $263 on the way up. Maria is your resistance. Got to break that. JNUG looking for a flat bottom break. Got rejected again. Flat bottoms, I don't like them. Oh my God. Good eye, Maria. Good volume on that turn. Wish it would have been earlier though. Cross the 8 into the 13, back into the 13 for support. Now the previous high break. You got 20 cents to resistance. Could be a nice little run. Good eye, good eye. JNUG is very disoriented. Breaking the lows, coming back through resistance. Breaking the lows, coming back through resistance. Can't make up its mind. ADHD is coming down pretty good. I'd like to see this reverse. Let's see if we can't find a reversal. Nothing yet. Looks like a rejection. Through the 8, through the 13, 2-bar reversal into resistance, rejected. Watch the flat bottom, break down, and then the measured move. 120 it says. I'm looking at 140. Daily double top here. Nice support at 140. If it breaks that, it could come all the way back into 120. Something to ponder. Stupid JNUG. Coming out oversold again. 2-bar reversal. Let's see if we can't get a punch through. I need to get above the 34 for trend change on the 1-minute chart. Then we can start building. Good eye, Maria, on Infinity. Looks like I got half the range going through. Resistance coming in. 2-bar reversal might be a good hold. Good eye, Maria. Looks like another bearish flag into resistance. It's got to do something. Still positive for today? That's amazing. How is it still positive for today? Support's really close. Where is it? Now I got the AB bottom. You see the AB bottom now, the left shoulder forming. Ejection. A, B bottom. There she is. Let's get into previous lows and then sling back for a right shoulder. V bottoms don't work. I'm looking for trend. Form the pattern. I need opposing points to make a pattern. Nice moves, J-Nug. Look for the right shoulder now. It's like XENE, Maria. Previous high breaks. No volume. Oh, you're in this one? Nice. Nice reverse head and shoulders on that daily chart. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder sling back in the confirmation across the neckline. Could use a little bit of back and forth, and then pop, pop, pop. It's got to cover that gap all the way to 380. J-Nug coming in for the right shoulder. Is it slow and steady? Is it fast and quick? Does it step into support? Is it real quick and then the whip? The quick ones, I call it the crack the whip style. When it slings back really hard and fast, and then it just pops right back out. Boom time. See what happens here. Looking for a right shoulder to complete that pattern. Could come all the way back down into 1780 before I get worried about the pattern breaking. Yes. Bill loves that one. Crack that chicken's neck. The right shoulder sling back. The short and sweet ones, the really short and sweet ones are the quick ones. The ones that just really thrust out there. The short or the slow and steady ones are methodical. That means that someone's on the bid, carrying it down, controlling it. Which other way does it do it? I don't know. Is it the only two ways I think that I can think of? The slow and steady, or the real quick and whip. The crack the whip, the 1-2 punch. It's a reverse head and shoulders off the bottom here. Left shoulder, head. Looking for the right shoulder for trend. Looks like it's doing good. We're pretty short and sweet on that one, isn't it? Watch for a big thrust. Looks like flat top break at 1790. Over the 34, back into support. Now the previous high break, right over 18. The big boys, the guys with all the money, the commercial banks. They'll sit on the bid, make sure it doesn't go anywhere, and then lower the bid, and the price will follow. They'll sit on the ask, make sure it doesn't go anywhere, and then they'll sit on the bid and wait for everyone sells. They'll see the big wall, and they'll be sitting on the bid, carrying it down, and then they lower the ask, lower the bid, lower the ask, lower the bid, with a big wall and a big support line. Yeah, they're buying all the way back in. They're sitting on the bid, waiting for people to sell, and then they lower the bid, lower the ask, with like a big wall, and it's like manipulated all the way back into support. And then they turn around, and you can see the action on the level 2. Everything just switch, and then they let it. They take the leverage off on the ask, and they just let it rip. I think there's a bunch of games that are played. I can't just say that there's one or two. I mean, there's millions of them that they play. But that right shoulder, it's always either real quick and sweet, or it's real methodical step into support and then the reverse. There's probably a few others I'm missing, but those are the most common, I think. So just imagine a big commercial bank on the bid and ask, but they just lower it incrementally until they find support, or they gather all the shares that they can before they switch it up. That's how the big boys do it. Shake everybody out. That one was pretty short and sweet. That right shoulder could have came all the way back in. So this is pretty short and sweet, I think. So I'm looking for nice reversal, by the way. I need to get this back above 18, right? Previous lows. That whole pattern needs to confirm on the down. Got a lot of work to do. Good thing is the 60-minute chart over the 34, back into the 34 for support. Now in the 1 minute, we found a reversal, so we're going to build it. Let's look at the 5 minute. 5 minutes showing a V bottom. So I got the left shoulder, I got the head, and then resistance coming in at 18. So look for resistance, and then the right shoulder on the 5 minute. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, boom. So the 1 minute, we got the reverse head and shoulders confirmed on the downside. Now on the 5 minute, we're looking for some kind of right shoulder coming in now on the 5 minute. Stupid JNUG. That's right. I'm into previous lows now. I'm looking for a right shoulder because I need trend on the 5 minute. V bottoms don't work. Left shoulder, head, and then the right shoulder for the sling back. But sometimes, sometimes it doesn't want to form a pattern and do what it's told and just break on out. That could be possible. Back over 18. Look for the back and forth over 18, under 18, over 18, under 18. Watch for the previous high breaks on trail. Looks like a continuation pattern forming. Very volatile on PTIE. You need to get back above resistance. LABD looks like it's building. I gotta watch that one. Make sure support holds or things get out of whack. I was looking at this PKD a few weeks ago, right? Looks like it fell over. We've got a double top formed on JNUG here. Looking for that 5-minute right shoulder now. This one wants to take out the double top. Entirely possible. Could just thrust right outside of there. Just breaking all lines of resistance. I do like the 60-minute chart. As soon as this thing doubles back, as it is now, watch for the previous high breaks on JNUG, because that's going to be explosive. It's going to be the one to watch. That 60-minute chart over the 34, back into the 34. We found support, it looks like, on the 1-minute chart. Still forming, still building. But then we go to the 60-minute chart, and then we can see the flat top break coming and the bigger move. It should just be really nice to get outside of that bottom pattern into 19. The first previous low, it looks like we'll break into that previous low. So we're looking at climbing into 19 range once it breaks. See how the rest of the day goes. I got a double top on the 1 minute. Forming a right shoulder on the 5 minute. That's the key right here. Nothing going on. Very nice. I don't even know if that's miners. Looks like a UEC poked its head up. Little uranium coming off the bottom now. It's building. Has a little base there on the daily. Needs to break into previous lows. Still could be rejected. DNN. Look at that base on DNN. Denison. Look at the inverted hammers. Little reversals. Watch for the pop across. DNN. Got knocked back. Looks like it's consolidating here. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Inverted hammer, inverted hammer. Watch for the previous high breaks. CHNR. I believe I mentioned this before. Watch for previous high breaks. Nice consolidation here. Nice hammer. Stay above the hammer. Needs volume. This one's taking off, but I don't even know if that's a miner or not. Galaxy Resources. It's the odd ones that always run without you knowing it. So volume breakout on GALXF. What is going on with this thing? No volume, but it does have a volume breakout. WPM. Things waking up, huh? It's got previous high breaks now. Hold support. Looks pretty strong. See what happens at resistance. S&P acting like it wants to bounce here. Could get volatile. The VIX is already back below previous breaks. Look at the inverted hammer on the VIX now. Don't neglect that inverted hammer. That is a reversal bar. Huge wick. That's a beautiful inverted hammer. Beautiful. Gold, 2-bar reversal on the daily. Silver, 2-bar reversal on the daily. Got to keep our gains. Nice cup in the handle, right, consolidated right underneath the 34 for silver. Watch for the previous high breaks. Nice cup and handle. That'd be nice to see, wouldn't it? Gold, same thing. Gold has more of a left shoulder head, right shoulder. But still, cup and handle. So watch for the previous high breaks. Very nice. Looks like we're brewing up for something good here. How many days do we have in the month? 19. Looks like, damn, it's already Thursday? I got a week and a half. Time flies when you're having fun, I guess. AKG. Looks like 105. Watch for a 105 break on AKG. CH&R. Watch for the previous high breaks. No volume still. Looks like the consolidation's just about done for JNUG. No right shoulder needed. Watch for the previous high breaks right across 18. $18.07. Watch for the previous break. Could be nice. It's the double back on the 60-minute chart. Could follow that range all the way back up. 1818. Need a break here. $18.06, C207. Come on, you can do it. Boom time. IMMY. Never heard that before. It's got a double top, Maria. Ooh. How come I didn't see that one? Wondering. Is it even in my watch list? Pharmaceutical. Sometimes I have too many things in here and I got to clear it out. So Ameritrade doesn't give me all of the updates I need. So let me see if I can find it. I don't see any reason why it shouldn't be in my watch list if it broke out that heavily on the weekly chart. JNUG's looking good. 60-minute chart looks like a blowout phase here. Blue skies, previous high breaks. 60-minute chart, blue sky. Into the 19 range. Very nice. This thing just lost all sense of control, didn't it? At a previous high break, ran up, closed all the way in. Now I'm showing a higher low. It's a weekly chart. Damn. I think I was looking for a turn on SSKN at 2 o'clock, right? That thing just fell over like a rock. I'm not seeing it. IMMY. Definitely didn't have it in there. Wonder why. IBIO. It's a creeper. Closing in on a volume break. Come on, JNUG, you can pop across. 1820 is the break on JNUG. So anyone listening out there, you interested in doing a Sunday night review, let me know. Those who have signed up for the room, I will send you a link, and we'll just try to see if that room will work. Looks like Steely Tan has been posting in there, and I haven't noticed anything, but he's got his GAN work in there. Watch for the break on JNUG. It's building, building, building. Here comes the blue sky break on a 60-minute chart. Boom time, come on. Getting close, getting close. Watch for the hit and then the retrace. Buying pressure. Look at that buying pressure come in right on the break. Boom. That's a 60-minute chart. Let's watch this on the 1 minute. Into resistance. Watch the smack and then the comeback for the retrace on that flat top. It's the one time through. It's the second time through. And then the retrace real quick and sweet. Watch for the real quick and sweet one. If it were me, I would put an order in right back into previous highs. Watch it real short and sweet. I'm looking for something real short and sweet. Just a one touch and then the sling. Watch it. Let's watch this on the W2, level 2 here. I don't need to tick. I don't need to time. It's a fight. This red bar over here shows me the bid and ask pressure. So right now there's a bunch of people on the ask, right? It's long red bar. So this is the pressure. Lots of ask pressure. PPHM. PPHM. Where do I know this from? There's my buy. I'm looking to buy here. Right at previous breaks. Hopefully I hit that 11. And then the whip back. Peregrine Pharmaceuticals. I remember this somehow. I don't know why. Good eye, Maria. Previous high break now. 60-minute chart. Make sure support holds. That's the beauty about buying at support. Make sure support holds. Let's watch this thing develop. Watch for the previous high breaks. Lots of bid support now. You can see the pressure bar over here, the green. Lots of bid support. That means the ask is thin. Now the ask is getting bigger. Watch the pressure bar. It's equal amounts here, equal amounts. Let's see who wins here. Take it out. I need to take out that high at 1822. Some big fish is just going to jump. Climbing, climbing, climbing. Watch support. Make sure we hold. Bid pressure is building. Pressure bar right here. $15. Take out 16, 17. Easy, 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 easy. Here we go. Previous high breaks, 1822. Boom, boom. Having some troubles. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Oh, didn't hold. Got to keep building. Well, I had to get another success story on ADHD. Something we were watching last week. Kind of fell apart on us, but then woke up right away after the retrace. Little flat top break on that daily chart was awesome. That's a trend change there. See how the weekly chart, the 34 has been broken? That's the key to my stock fetcher. My stock fetcher thingies. Show price below the weekly 34 and above the weekly T8, T38. That's the key. So then I sit back and wait for previous high breaks. Set it up for every sector and you'll be fine. Create your watch lists. Not everything's going to pan out. It's not going to catch everything. As we just saw, IMMY, I didn't catch that. Actually, it's coming off a weekly bottom. So I bet you tomorrow, I'll have IMMY in my watch list. We'll see if that happens. But good job on ADHD if anyone made money on that. Nice flat top break. Here comes J-Nug. Slap it. Slap that pig. Come on. Giddy up. It's only Thursday. We have until Friday. I think there's no reason why we can't get above 20 in a snap. You know what I'm talking about? No reason at all. Previous high breaks. Look at that 60-minute chart now. 60-minute chart breaking, that means it'll run. Nice, that's a beautiful chart right there on JNUG. Bullish posture as ever. Should run for a few hours. Knock it out. I gotta go. I'm gonna end the day on a high. I appreciate all of you coming in. Let's do something on Sunday night. I'll send everybody a request. We'll see if that room can start to develop. There's a few of you in there now. I'd like to get 10 to 20 in there for sure. If anyone's interested, send me an email at rustysmetals@gmail.com. Or look in the description for the link. Everyone's welcome, except for the trolls. Looking for a tight little knit group that we can make money together. That's all. If it gets out of hand and too big to handle, then I'll have to charge everyone, but I don't think so. I think if we make money together and you tip your bartender, everything will be fine. But I gotta go. I'll see you guys. Appreciate everyone coming in. Watch that J-Nug. Watch that J-Nug. I got blue skies to 19. And I always ramble on at the end because I can never find the off button. So if you're wondering why I always kind of ramble at the end, because I'm looking for the off button. I'll see you guys.